This one on clouds.
I wouldn't think there was a lot to talk about with clouds, and maybe that's why we haven't done it.
But have you looked at clouds from both sides now? You ever wondered why clouds are just up there?
Once I found out that clouds were basically water droplets, just basically vapor.
Yeah.
They became extremely uninteresting to me at that point.
Okay, let me get your interest back going for you. Okay. All right. I have a pocket of air, and it has some humidity level in it.
Okay.
Let's say it's 50% humid. That humidity that is reported is actually a relative humidity. Okay. What that means is it is 50% relative to how much it could carry at that temperature. So watch. As the blob of air gets heated and rises,
the
temperature drops.
Mm-hmm.
Colder air can hold less humidity than warmer air.
Mm-hmm.
So the relative humidity goes up.
Gotcha.
It starts at 50 in this example, it goes to 60, then to 70, then to 80. It is ascending. 80, 90. Bada bing! You reach 100%.
Right.
And boom, you have a cloud. That's why the cloud is up there and not down here.
And now I know how clouds are born. That's kind of dope, though.
So suppose there's no wind and you got, like, let's say 70% humidity.
All right.
The sun sets, temperature drops. Air temperature drops.
Starts to cool.
Right here. It drops right here.
Okay.
Gets to 100%. What happens? What just happened?
We made a cloud.
Where did we make the cloud?
Where the air is. I mean,
thank you, Chuck, for that brilliant answer.
Yeah.
Right in front of me.
Yeah, of course. It would be right here.
Right here.
Yeah.
We have a new word for that kind of cloud.
Do we really?
Yes.
What?
Fog.
You got me.
It's fog.
But that's fog. And that's the cloud.
That's why when it's foggy, it's always a little cold.
Yes.
You ever notice that?
Yeah. If
the cloud formation is vigorous, like the temperature dropped real fast,
right,
and it was really humid, and it comes up there and it's still being unstable and it's rising and it's turning into water droplets, you get a cumulus cloud.
Okay.
If this is intense and it's unrelenting and it continues to build, that cumulus cloud, which is just white with sunlight moving through it,
right,
it becomes less white.
Okay.
Because the droplets are getting bigger and bigger.
Oh.
Okay. And it starts getting gray.
Nice.
We have a gray cumulus cloud. You get cumulonimbus.
Okay.
That stuff will hurt you. So the cumulonimbus, now the water droplets it is so laden with water, it cannot contain the humidity.
Right.
Even at 100%. And so the humidity nucleates, it finds droplet, dust in the air, things. It says, and other bits of water vapor collect to it. And it's held there for a while because you have updrafts, because that's how you made the cloud in the first place.
Right.
But then it gets so big it drops out.
Nice.
So the more vigorous the cloud is, the heavier the raindrops are.
Uh-huh.
Because it was holding them up.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
The very fast-moving air is holding it up until it can't hold it up anymore, and that big fat-ass drop falls out of the sky, and you get the big drop thunderstorms.
Nice.
Okay? Now, let's say it's even more vigorous than that.
Uh-oh.
Now, imagine updrafts so strong that not even the raindrops can fall out, and it just stays up there. The thing freezes and gets bigger and bigger. And then one day I say, I can't hold you anymore. I got to let you go. And now it's too big to melt.
Oh, my God.
And what do you get?
You got hail.
Hail.
That's terrible.
You got hail. It's all because of the updrafts.
Right. That's
updrafts.
That's an insurance cloud.
My car was in hail once. You get all these pockmarks on your car.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that
car looked like somebody popped it.
Looked like you were in a bad relationship.
That means the bigger the hail
pellets,
spheres, the more severe the storm was.
Right.
Because it meant the updrafts were just so significant. It was so catastrophic, turning just moist air into
giant balls of ice.
Giant balls of ice. That's right. Damn. And it's why you don't have to be in cold climates to have hail, frozen water come out, because it's coming from a part of the atmosphere that's that cold no matter what. In the summertime as well.
Yeah, right.
Right. So those are big puffy clouds. Cirrus clouds they can be transparent, but they mess with our viewing of the night sky.
Little wispy thin clouds.
Things. Right. And these are clouds that just hang out up there, and they're just they're very stable. Cirrus clouds. And then you have weather fronts that come in where there's a change in temperature. You never heard of a warm front coming in bringing bad weather.
Right.
That's not how that works.
It's always a cold front.
Because if things get warmer, you're going to hold more moisture.
More moisture.
It's when the cold front comes in.
Right. Messing up everything.
And you had warm air that had moisture.
Right.
And they meet at the boundary. It turns your moisture into rain, into storms, into clouds.
Right.
And so it's always the cold front you got to watch out for.
It's the drunk uncle at the cookout. The cold front. It's messing things up.
All right. So just one other interesting thing, I think.
Okay.
These are especially visible in airplanes. You see these long, I'll call them columns, but they're horizontal columns of clouds.
Yeah.
One after another.
Yes.
These are called cloud streets.
Cloud streets?
Streets.
Okay.
Cloud streets. The air goes up, but wait a minute. If air is going up, what's replacing that air?
Got to be more air.
More. Thank you, Chuck. That brilliant answer. Yeah. Okay. So for every bit of air that goes up, there's air that drops down and comes in to fill the gap. Okay. So these are convective cells. It's okay. That's what's happening here. But in a cloud street, the convective cell is cylindrical.
Interesting.
Okay. So imagine a horizontal cylinder that's rotating.
Oh, nice.
Okay. On the side that's rotating up, you get cloud formation. And on the side that's rotating down, no clouds form.
Right.
Because it's downward air. We've been through that.
Right.
Okay. And so, but wait a minute, how about the other cylinder? It has to be turning the opposite way.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they would cancel.
Right.
You can have up air and down air simultaneously in the same place. So these cloud streets have cylinders rolling with sides that match each other, both going down or both going up.
Oh.
So the next time you're in an airplane, look for this. It's beautiful. So if you look at weather maps, they have high pressure systems and low pressure systems. Okay. The clouds all go to the low pressure system.
Right.
That's why hurricanes are low pressure systems. Always.
Yeah.
However,
okay,
they can't make it all the way to the middle because the Coriolis force circulates their movement as they come towards the middle, and all the clouds make circles.
Right.
Leaving
the center.
Cloudless eye.
The eye of the hurricane.
The eye of the hurricane. And just so you know, we think of clouds as things that wind moves.
Right.
Sure. But other clouds are just stable there. You should try watching them one time. Okay. If there's a place where there's sustained upward, unstable, moist air, the cloud's just going to stay there. And if you watch it for 5 minutes, no one does this. Watch it for 5 minutes. You'll just see the churning and the roiling inside the cloud. One other kind of cloud.
Okay.
It's called an orographic cloud.
Okay.
So if you have air moving horizontally, and then it gets to the base of a mountain, the air still needs to move. So what does it do?
Climbs the mountain. Right.
But the mountain is higher.
Right.
So then it gets to the top of the mountain and makes a cloud. There are clouds specifically forming over mountaintops. Those clouds tend to be circular in their perimeter rather than puffy because the mountain is round. Okay?
Interesting.
So they're circular. Now watch. So sometimes we call these lenticular clouds, as if lens-like.
Okay.
Lenticular. One other kind of cloud.
What is it?
Okay? It's called a noctilucent cloud. There are clouds that form so high up that you are in darkness, your horizon is in darkness, the sky is dark, and it still sees the sun over the horizon. Oh. Which, by the way, is evidence for a round Earth, but that's...
No, we don't even want to get into that.
I shouldn't have to rely on that to be that proof. Right. So they take on a glow unto themselves. And you know what masquerades as these lately? Are rocket launches in twilight. Because they launch from wherever, and if you're downstream from that launch, the sun is set, and these are very high up cloud plumes that still see the sun, and people report them as UFOs as well.
Look at that.
Because it's glowing in the sky.
Noctilucent.
Noctilucent. Another StarTalk explainer. Chuck, it's a delight.
Always a pleasure.
To share these cosmic snippets with you.
Well, yes. I mean, I feel closer to you, like we've just spent an afternoon laying out in the park and looking at clouds.
All right. Neil deGrasse Tyson here. Keep looking up.